This is NOAA Weather Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, bringing you the latest weather forecasts, warnings, and other weather information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You are listening to NOAA All Hazards radio station KEC 43 in Anchorage. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office located on the grounds of Anchorage, Alaska. Station KEC 43 broadcasts on a frequency of 162,550 MHz. The current time is 8:57 a.m., Alaska Daylight Time. Now for the official National Weather Service forecast for southern Alaska, including Anchorage, issued at 8:57 a.m., Tuesday, October 6th. Today, sunny. Highs in the mid-50s. Southern winds around 3 miles an hour. Wednesday, mostly cloudy. Highs in the lower 50s. Southeastern winds around 2 miles. This is a special weather statement for the following counties in Alaska: Anchorage Municipality, Matanuska Susitna Borough, and Kenai Peninsula Borough, until 9:45 a.m., Alaska Daylight Time. At 8:55 a.m., Alaska Daylight Time, Doppler radar was tracking 2 haze clouds along the line extending from Aleutians West Borough and Aleutians East Borough, moving east at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Source: radar indicated. The following impacts are expected. Visibility levels will drop to half a mile or less. Locations impacted include Anchorage, Soldotna, and Palmer. Only travel in an emergency. If you must travel, keep an extra flashlight, food, and water in your vehicle in case of an emergency. Be sure to monitor local radio stations and available television stations for additional information and possible warnings from the National Weather Service.
In the sky, gazing far into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through for you.
This is a weather statement for the following counties in Hawaii: Kauai, Honolulu, and Maui. At 7:01 a.m., Hawaiian Standard Time, Doppler radar was tracking a singular haze cloud along the line extending from Niihau Island to Kakaya, moving east at 7 miles per hour. Source: radar indicated. The following impacts are expected. Visibility levels will drop to half a mile or less. Locations impacted include Niihau Island, Lihu, Oahu Island, Honolulu, Kalaua, Molokai Island, Lanai Island, Wailuku, Maui Island, and Kahului Island. Check your local NOAA weather radio station or check the National Weather Service website for further information.
This is a recording of the Kodiak Island incident, taken at 11 o'clock a.m., dated 7th of the 10th, 26. This recording is to be confidential until reports of the event occur in other areas. Do not redistribute or broadcast this recording. Doing so will cause massive fines and possible imprisonment if you are identified.
This is Richard from Kodiak Island Church. How may I help you?
Hey Richard, it's me, Adam.
Oh, how's it going, man? It's been a while.
Nothing really.
Well, do you want to hang out sometime?
No can do. Especially considering the haze we're in.
Right, the haze. Hey, did you also know that a haze cloud just like this was happening in Hawaii as well?
No, I didn't. How'd you know?
Turns out I have a relative who lives in Hawaii, and he also works for the National Weather Service in Honolulu. So that's how I was able to know.
What was that?
The TV just sprang to life and it just scared the hell out of me. What? What the hell is going on? Oh no, Adam, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Civil danger warning for Kodiak Island and surrounding areas. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Alaska Department of Public Safety. At 10:58 a.m., Alaska Daylight Time, there have been multiple reports of people turning insane, with their eyes gouged out, and screaming uncontrollably, as if boiling water was being poured on them. They were seen mauling anyone that came across their path in very disturbing ways. Due to the severity of the situation, Governor Mike Dunleavy has issued a mandatory shelter-in-place order. No one will be allowed to exit their homes, as doing so will result in certain death. If these people break into your household, go to the basement or attic. If they manage to break into the basement or attic, defend yourself by any means. This includes using lethal force. These people are no longer human, and you should treat them as such. Stay at home, and don't open the door for anyone. Stay tuned for further information.
These. We call them popcorners.
Time! We've got 6 signature flavors, yo.
7! You make 7! 7 works.
Yeah.
This is an ABC News special report.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Antonio Sinclair, lead news anchor for ABC 7 News in Los Angeles. Today, we will be discussing a very disturbing story from the states of Alaska and Hawaii. On October 6th of this year, 3 haze clouds had made their way into the states. 2 clouds are currently in Alaska, while the third one is in Hawaii. Ever since the haze's arrival, many disturbing and confusing incidents occurred. They first happened in Sand Point and Kodiak Island. but quickly made its way into Anchorage. Emergency management described that they saw someone screaming uncontrollably while they were looking up at something. Then, they began to bleed from several orifices and gauged their eyes out with their own hands. That report alone made me gag. In my 21 years of serving ABC 7, I've heard and seen some crazy stories, but none of them were as crazy as that. On top of that, the Maui Emergency Management Agency reported the same thing happening in the island of Maui. People going insane after looking at the haze. As of now, it's unclear if they were looking at the haze or looking at something else. But some conspiracy theorists on the internet say that it was an eldritch horror, something out the works of H.P. Lovecraft. These are just theories, however, and are not meant to be taken seriously. All in all, we here at ABC 7 News send our condolences to the people in Alaska and Hawaii who have to deal with this strange and devastating situation. All we can only do now is pray that the situation will not last long. This is Antonio Sinclair, serving ABC 7 News in Los Angeles, signing off.
Civil danger warning for the state of Alaska. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Alaska Department of Public Safety. As of 9 a.m. Alaska Standard Time, numerous reports of insane people attacking others have been received throughout the state of Alaska. Emergency management is overwhelmed by the sheer number of reports. As such, a statewide state of emergency has been declared. If you are receiving this alert or hear warning sirens, then you must shelter in place. These people can be described by the following characteristics: absence of the eyes, bleeding from several orifices, and showing homicidal aggression to anyone they can find. Lock all doors, windows, and hide in the basement or attic. Effective immediately, the state of Alaska has now gone into martial law. No one will be allowed to leave their homes. If done so, they will be shot on sight by the National Guard. If one or more of these people break into your shelter, use armed protection by all means. This includes lethal force. These people are no longer human, and you should treat them as such. Stay tuned to local media outlets for further information when it becomes a...
This is NOAA Weather Radio, the voice of the National Weather Service, bringing you the latest weather forecasts, warnings, and other weather information 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're listening to NOAA All Hazards radio station WWG 76 in Kalani, Cohen. This broadcast originates from the National Weather Service Forecast Office located on the grounds of Honolulu, Hawaii. Station WWG 76 broadcasts on a frequency of 162,550 megahertz. The current time is 8:31 a.m. Hawaiian Standard Time. Civil danger warning. The following message is transmitted at the request of the Hawaii Emergency Management Agency. Within the past couple of days, Hundreds of insane people have been killing civilians and wreaking havoc across the state during the haze that is occurring across the states of Alaska and Hawaii. These people can be described by the following characteristics: absence of the eyes, bleeding from several orifices, and showing extreme homicidal aggression to anyone they can find. It has been confirmed that an unforeseen entity has made these people go insane. It is believed that the entity is beyond human comprehension and makes the victim go into a state of psychosis, then into insanity and madness. Due to these unprecedented circumstances, the state of Hawaii has now declared a state of emergency. Effective immediately, Governor Josh Green has instituted a mandatory shelter-in-place order until the haze has parted away. Lock all doors and cover up any windows. Turn off all lights, heating, and air conditioning in your home. Go into either the basement or attic to avoid the insane. Do not attempt to evacuate as the haze is currently making travel impossible for anyone that walks or drives. To repeat, due to the appearance of an entity that is recommended to be unseen in, evacuation is deemed impossible due to haze conditions and low visibility levels. Residents are to shelter in place until further notice.
This is WeFor Radio Canada station CIY 270, broadcasting from Whitehorse on a frequency of 162.400 MHz. This service is operated by Environment and Climate Change Canada. Comments should be directed to 1-877-789-7733.
Il s'agit de la station CY 270 de Radio Météo Canada, émettant à partir de Whitehorse sur une fréquence de 162,47 MHz. Ce service est exploité par Environnement et Changement Climatique Canada. Les commentaires doivent être adressés au 1-877 789 7733.
The current time is Thursday, October 8th, 2026, 5:10 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Weather conditions at 5 p.m. Whitehorse, cloudy, 20, winds north-northwest, gusting to 5 kilometers per hour.
Event type is civil emergency. This is an emergency for the Yukon Territory. At approximately 4:50 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, the haze that was causing havoc across the American state of Alaska expanded over to the Yukon Territory. Shortly after, people have begun to turn insane after looking at an entity beyond comprehension. These people can be identified through the following characteristics: missing eyes, bleeding from several orifices, and showing homicidal aggression to anyone. Effective immediately, a mandatory shelter-in-place order is now in effect for the Yukon Territory. No one will be allowed to leave their homes until the haze has drifted away. It is highly recommended to hide in the basement or attic for your safety and protection. These people are no longer human, and you should treat them as such. Stay tuned to news outlets and local media for the latest information when it becomes available.
Le type d'événement est urgence civile. Il s'agit d'une urgence pour le territoire du Yukon. Vers 16h50, heure normale du Pacifique, la brume qui causait des ravages dans l'État américain de l'Alaska s'est étendue au territoire du Yukon. Peu de temps après, les gens ont commencé à devenir fous après avoir regardé une entité au-delà de l'entendement. Ces personnes peuvent être identifiées grâce aux caractéristiques suivantes: yeux manquants, saignement de plusieurs orifices et démonstration d'agressivité homicide envers quiconque. Une ordonnance obligatoire de mise à l'abri sur place est désormais en vigueur pour le territoire du Yukon. Personne ne sera autorisé à quitter son domicile tant que la brume ne se sera pas dissipée. Il est fortement recommandé de se cacher au sous-sol ou au grenier pour votre sécurité et votre protection. Ces personnes ne sont plus humaines et vous devez les traiter comme telles. Restez à l'écoute des médias et des médias locaux pour connaître les informations desquelles seront disponibles.
This is Officer 615 Dispatch, responding to a civil disturbance in Diamond Head, Kapahulu, Honolulu, requesting backup. We might be dealing with a possible homicide.
Copy that, 615. This is 608, responding immediately. Are there any confirmed deaths in your vicinity?
5 confirmed casualties, but there could be more. The haze is only making the situation more difficult to report any casualties.
Got it. Around to your location now.
Suspect on Garinara Avenue and Kalanora Street. Possibly deranged. Take caution.
Oh, God. Almost there. Entering Diamond Head now. Wait, what the f***?
Okay, possibly 7. I just saw someone break a window and move into the house. Likely a victim of the entity.
Confirm casualty 16. This is Officer 618 to dispatch or anyone out there requesting heavy backup immediately. Honolulu, Diamond Head, Kapahulu, 1015 requesting backup available units. This is a homicide. Entity victims everywhere.
Copy that, 608. Is there significant damage?
Not significant, but moderate. On the other hand, there's significant casualties. Officer 615 likely deceased.
Backup immediately. Barricade the area if possible. No one is allowed in or out.
Copy that.
The following message is transmitted at the request of the Alaska Department of Public Safety. This is an emergency action termination. The haze that was causing havoc across the states of Alaska and Hawaii have drifted away completely, and all residents may exit their shelters at this time. However, there is massive damage to the states. The National Guard is unavailable to rescue people from destroyed shelters. If your shelter is destroyed, call 911 or the National Guard. If possible, emergency management will send you to the nearest military base. All broadcast and cable systems are now allowed to resume regular programming. Emergency broadcasts will now be handed over to state and local officials.